I want your opinion, mate. Your expert opinion.
I'll see.
Go for a ride out in it tonight. I mean, you could drive because it's insured for any driver. I know it don't look much, but I think that it's a fair little van.
I said I'll see.
Well, what else have you got to do if Michelle's kicked you into touch?
I never said she's kicked me into touch.
All right, so you both agreed to split up, but what's it a brood about?
Who's brooding? Right, Bri.
Morning. Hi, mate. You're a natural brooder, mate. But take it from me, the best way to forget about Michelle jacking you at, fading out of your life, is to dive straight back into circulation. So we'll have a ride out in the van tonight. We'll mosey round a few places where there might be a bit of spare talent. Where are you going to get a better offer than that in your condition?
I'm not in any condition.
All right, you're not, but just supposing you were, just slightly. A night out with your Uncle Terry is the best cure. See you tonight. Bye, Bri. What I say in the operating theatre? Can't be bad, eh?
Talk about all muscle and no brains. Just about sums him up. Let's go birding. Does he think about how else?
Suppose he's right. It's better being young, free and single, playing the field.
Giving Kev up, he's beyond redemption.
Well, he has had a traumatic experience. He was very, very fond of that Michelle.
That's just it, innit? He's too serious by a mile. I mean, you get a laugh out of a bird, you don't bother. There's enough problems without getting a moody over a bird. It's just not necessary.
Oh, well, there speaks a confident man. We're not all like you know, Teddy. Some of us are very sensitive, vulnerable. I mean, the emotion gets to us and strips us bare, so we end up like human piano wires.
That's exactly my point, innit? Who wants to be a human piano wire? Anyway, when's it ever happened to you?
I told you, when I was in the sixth form studying economics, I fell madly in love with Roberta Owen. There was nothing in the world except Roberta Owen. She was warmth, beauty and softness personified. And her voice, oh, I mean, she could talk about the International Monetary Fund and make it sound like poetry.
Roberta Flaming Owen? Is she the only flipping girl you've ever known?
Yeah, I didn't know her very well either.
Well, anyway, what about tonight? You fancy coming a ride in the van or what?
Why?
Because I need a driver, don't I? I've got something on it might take a few beers to crack.
Oh, thanks for being brutally honest.
My pleasure, mate.
Have you ever, made love?
No. He tried often enough, though. Have you ever? Who with?
Terry Duckworth.
Him?
Yes, him.
And I thought, were you not seeing much of him recently? I mean, it weren't as though you were mad about him.
I wasn't mad about him.
There must have been something, though. Unless you were just experimenting. Were you? Andrea, what's the matter?
I'm pregnant. That's what's the matter. I'm pregnant. I don't know how I'm going to tell my mum and dad. I don't know if I can tell them.
You'll have to.
I could just run away.
Are you really sure?
Of course I'm sure. I had a test.
How long?
2 months.
You've kept it very quiet.
What else could I do?
What, Andrea? I don't know what to say.
You could say you're bloody fool, because that's what I am. I just didn't think it could happen. Not to me, anyway. It only happens to people like Karen Sutcliffe. I laughed when she had to leave school last term.
I must admit, I'd have never thought you... I thought you were too intelligent.
Well, I wasn't, was I? I was stupid.
And what does Terry say?
He doesn't know.
When are you going to tell him?
No.
Well, one way is to get married to him.
You don't want to get married to Kevin Webster, do you?
No.
No, well, I don't want to marry Terry Duckworth. It's bad enough what's happening without me having to spend the rest of his life with him.
Oh, Andrea.